Actually, you know what? I want to hear what AOC has to say about CNN. Let's watch.
Tonight, former president and current presidential candidate Donald Trump answered questions about the verdict that found him liable for sexual abuse and the defamation of writer E. Jean Carroll. CNN's Caitlin Collins asked Trump whether he believes the verdict will deter women from voting for him. Trump said no, and then interrupted himself to share something truly stomach-turning.
What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay?
They found that you sexually abused her.
What? Say what they did. They said he didn't rape her. And I didn't do anything else either. You know what? Because I have no idea who the hell she is.
But Mr. President,
I don't know who this woman
can I ask you, given your recounting your version?
I don't know who, and I tell you this.
But Mr. President,
are you ready?
Can I
swear
ask
on
you
my children, which I'd never do. I have no idea who this woman. This is a fake story. I have no idea who the hell. She's a whack job.
You did not.
In the hours since he was found liable for sexual abuse and defamation, Trump has not missed a chance to deny any of this. He's even used the same sort of language that prompted this defamation case. He still claims he doesn't know E. Jean Carroll. He is still claiming that she is a liar, and the case against him is a witch hunt. And he did that all tonight, too, as a presidential candidate. And he did it in front of a room of Republican voters who laughed. Joining us now is Democratic New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, it's a real honor and a pleasure to have you here tonight. I'm sorry that this is what we have to be talking about. Yesterday, when that verdict was read, I think a lot of people felt like there was real progress in American society for victims of sexual assault. Today, listening to the howls of laughter as the former president of the United States made fun of a woman that he was found criminally liable for sexually assaulting, to howls of laughter in the room. It felt like something far worse than backsliding or regression. I'm not sure what to call it. I wonder what you make of where we are as a culture.
Well, you know, I think even yesterday what we saw was the profound courage and sacrifice that a survivor like E. Jean Carroll makes, and survivors across the country make, many who often go unrecognized in the courageous act of coming forward to tell their story of an assault. And I think what we saw tonight is a continued demonstration of the sacrifice that women and survivors of sexual abuse across the country of all genders experience, and the sacrifices that they make in order to come forward and challenge power. And what we also saw tonight was the consequence of doing that. They sacrificed their anonymity, they sacrificed their safety, and they sacrifice all of this because we continue to live in a society where an overwhelming amount of structures allow this abuse to happen and find it permissible. I know you said earlier that you will not comment on the platforming of such atrocious disinformation, but I would. I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision. I don't think that I would be doing my job if I did not say that. And what we saw tonight was a series of extremely irresponsible decisions that put a sexual abuse victim at risk, that put that person at risk in front of a national audience, and I could not have disagreed with it more. It was shameful.
I think a lot of people are going to echo those points in the coming hours and days. The behavior of the president was, which, our expectations for it, I think collectively are fairly low, but he exceeded even those low expectations. I have to ask you how you felt about and how you feel about the revisionism around January 6th. We have heard for months now that January 6th rioters, insurrectionists, there to steal an election are heroes, people who've been treated badly, people who deserve better conditions because they're being treated like, quote unquote, hell. The former president echoed that and suggested he might pardon many, if not all of them. You survived January 6th, and I believe you said it felt like you were going to die. I think it's really important in this moment to champion the voices of victims. And as someone who was a victim that day, how does this all feel to you? How does this narrative feel to you?
I made a statement about 2 weeks ago. And in that statement, I stated that January 6th was just a dress rehearsal for some of these folks. And I believe that the former president really echoed that sentiment tonight. Why else would you pardon people who perpetuated a terrorist attack on the United States Capitol, other than for reasons to support the person in a potential effort to do it again? We also saw that he refused tonight to say and commit that he would not only recognize the results of the 2020 election, but also refused outright to acknowledge any outcome and respect any outcome of a 2024 election. This is a profoundly dangerous moment. What we saw on January 6th was a dress rehearsal, because what we are seeing is that being set as an example in state legislatures across the country, in the ability to really suspend democracy in states like Tennessee and Montana, where they are following the president's example and they are committing truly unprecedented acts in attempts to either expel, censor, or generally bar members, duly elected legislative officials from entering their legislative bodies in which they have been elected to. This is a profoundly dangerous moment. To see someone deny it, for him to also be platformed in the lie that he had somehow attempted to call the National Guard. I will tell you, we were barricaded in a room.
I hate this. Can I see you tomorrow in IRL stream, please? What? I would love to see you in IRL stream tomorrow. Can we meet? I live in Manchester. Would love to meet you. I live in Manchester. Can we meet? Do you want to meet your fans in England? What? Bro. No. Okay? Bro, I joked about this yesterday. Calm down, brother. No. I'm gonna skip the January 6th stuff.
With the lights off.
Because I don't care.
That you can just lie with impunity and you're never going to have to pay a price. Now, he may end up paying a price. It certainly seems like he will pay a price. But George Santos seems to have learned a lesson at the knee of Donald Trump, which is that the truth doesn't matter. What is his future in Congress? What do you think can and should happen? He's part of the New York delegation. Can you give us any insight into how it is that this person is still acting, emphasis on the word acting, as an elected representative?
Because he's perfect.
I mean, your point.
And he's done no wrong. He's never forgotten the top of the hour ad break. He serves it at the top of the hour every time. He's never done anything wrong in his life. He's the GOAT. At the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's me. Okay? That's it. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. Okay. I am going to move away from the news part of this broadcast.